ka man, dalhin ang kapalaran. Iisang bayan lang sa puso mo'y laman, pinagmulan at babalikan. Konting tiis na lang at hanggang sa araw na yan ay asal. Kami nandito lang, sabay na pakinggan ang mga kwento nyo. Isigaw natin sa mundo, bagong bayani namin kayo. Sipag at tapang nyo, hinialay sa mundo, sinasaludo namin kayo.
Ako si Rose Eclarinal.
Ako si Jean Alcantara.
Ako si Crystal Dias.
Ako si Chiara Gregorio.
Sa Juaneukonek.
Isigaw sa mundo. Juan, saan ka man, dalhin ang kapalaran. Iisang bayan lang sa puso mo'y laman, pinagmulan at babalikan. Konting tiis na lang at hanggang sa araw na yan ay asal. Kami nandito lang, sabay na pakinggan ang mga kwento nyo. Isigaw natin sa mundo, bagong bayani namin kayo. Sipag at tapang nyo, hinialay sa mundo, sinasaludo namin kayo.
Ako si Rose Eclarinal.
Ako si Jean Alcantara.
Ako si Crystal Dias.
Ako si Chiara Gregorio.
Sa Juaneukonek.
Isigaw sa mundo. Juan, saan ka man, dalhin ang kapalaran. Iisang bayan lang sa puso mo'y laman, pinagmulan at babalikan. Konting tiis na lang at hanggang sa araw na yan ay asal. Kami nandito lang, sabay na pakinggan ang mga kwento nyo. Isigaw natin sa mundo, bagong bayani namin kayo. Sipag at tapang nyo, hinialay sa mundo, sinasaludo namin kayo.
Ako si Rose Eclarinal.
Ako si Jean Alcantara.
Ako si Crystal Dias.
Ako si Chiara Gregorio.
Sa Juaneukonek.
Isigaw sa mundo.
Magandang hapon UK, magandang hapon Europa, magandang gabi Pilipinas. At kung saan man po kayo naroroon, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Rose Eclarinal at ito po ang aming public service, Juaneukonek. Magandang hapon, Crystal.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. A blessed Sunday to all. And good to see you again, Rose. How are you?
I'm good. So inaasahan natin na yung mga taga-suporta natin sa Juaneukonek are also back kasi we had a vacation. Nagkaroon tayo ng Holy Week. Marami sa atin ang nagbakasyon. So I hope you had a great one, Crystal.
I did. You know, my kids were off for 3 weeks and we went away to Barcelona for 1 week, which was a really good break for us because since the pandemic, you know, for 2 years we didn't go away anywhere. So it was really good fun for the kids, you know, the family to be away, to be somewhere apart, you know, away from the UK. But it's good to be back though. How are you? How's your holiday, miss?
It was amazing. We went, as you know, we went to the US. We have to go to the US anyway regularly, but after 15 years, I went back to Jamaica. We went to the Caribbean. 15 years it has been. Ang bilis ng panahon, ano? I've been traveling there with my husband. Pero we had Julia, and she's growing, so we have to visit my family every year in the Philippines, except during the pandemic. But we'll catch up on that on our holidays later. We have an exciting afternoon today because our guest will be joining us and may matututunan tayo sa kanila. Inspiring story. They're healthcare workers and they started a business. Not just any business. Ito yung malapit sa puso ng mga nanay because alam mo naman, Crystal, you and I, every year, kailangan natin ng cake for our children. No? So,
yes.
we will be joined by Christina and Valeri of the Queen of Hearts Couture Cakes.
Hi!
And for Immigration 101 naman, who is your guest?
Well, for Immigration 101, she came as a student, and then she switched to work visa to work as a care assistant, like Valerie and Christina, as a healthcare workers. And now she's settled in the UK with her family. Please welcome later si Marilu Romarate Raagas.
Hi everyone, blessed Sunday.
Hi,
Did I say your name
Marilu.
right? I hope I
Looking
did.
forward to hear your story later. So, Crystal, without further ado, because I need a lot of time for this segment, because magkakaroon tayo ng pagkakataon to listen to their story, yung journey nila from being healthcare workers to businesswomen, cake makers, at marami na, paikot-ikot na sila sa buong mundo. But parating bumabalik sa Pilipinas just to promote and also to teach our kababayans on how to start business, paano gumawa ng cake, paano magdisenyo. So welcoming on the show, our guests this afternoon, Valeri Valeriano and Christina Ong. Hi.
Hi Rose.
Hello. Oh my God, it's been a while. I'm so excited ngayong hapon kasi alam po ninyo, si Valerie and Christina, I've featured them sa ABS-CBN and the Filipino channel because I've also followed their journey when they started. And then, ngayon na lumaki ang kanilang negosyo. So, bago ang lahat, please tell us, alam namin na kayong dalawa ay trained nurses, nurse by profession, pero napili ninyo na to venture into business. Paano nangyari yon? Tell us.
Basically, we always say that it is a sweet accident. Oo, kasi talaga namang we were working as nurses and so pero ano kami, more on sabi nga nila mga flying nurses because agency nurses. So kumbaga we were sent to different hospitals, mga clients ganyan. So nung nagkaroon ng recession sa UK, kumbaga nagkaroon, syempre medyo humina, walang masyadong shifts, ganyan. So, we were given an opportunity to work with a family. So, ayun, to cut the long story short, we had each different families to work with, no? And we grew fond of them kasi nga, we're working with families eh. So, they treated us like their own daughters then. So, yun, first year with them, Mother's Day came, so we gave the mom a bouquet of flower and a card. And the following year, sabi namin, boring naman if
We're gonna give something the same.
Oo, something the same. So
we said let's do something special. So we decided to give them a cupcake bouquet without us having any knowledge on baking or decorating whatsoever. So dahil sa desire namin to give them a cupcake bouquet, we had to study via YouTube University. So free. So we got a good recipe and we learned how to decorate a simple cupcake. And then from simple cupcake, naging obsession na siya into making tall, and even giant cakes.
Yeah. So when we accidentally saw the tutorial on how to make a cupcake bouquet, so sabi namin, these will be the perfect gifts for the two friends that we had. So yun, binigay namin, and then one of them, well, of course, both of them really appreciated it, but one of them, she said na, "Uy, this is a unique idea. You should make this into a business." Naniwala kami. So that's how it sort of evolved.
Oo. So, kasi nabanggit mo kanina, Valerie, you're talking about recession. So, mga 2019 hanggang pataas yan, no? Tama ba?
Oh, even before.
Even before, it slowed down talaga for the ages of 2014.
Oo. Okay. So, kailan dumating sa point na nagdesisyon kayo na kaya na ninyo na iwanan yung full-time job ninyo o yung trabaho ninyo as nurses at mag-concentrate talaga sa pagiging businesswomen sa paggagawa ng cake?
We had a heart-to-heart talk. Sabi namin, we really wanted to do this thing. Now, if we really wanted to concentrate on just doing cakes and cake liquidity and teaching, we have to have a good backup savings. So, sabi namin at the time na yun, one of us had to still continue doing the agency work, to pay the rent, to pay the bills, to buy food, whatsoever, whatnot, di ba? So si Valerie, she stopped working first. Tapos sabi namin, say, let's put a target na on this month, if we have this amount of savings, then maybe both of us can stop. So, luckily naman, with God's grace, parang we managed to both quit our agency job mga 6 months ahead of our target.
So, Valerie and Christina, ngayon talaga, hindi na kayo nagtatrabaho sa NHS o hindi na kayo nag-agency, hindi na kayo bumalik sa pagiging healthcare workers. Talagang dito na nakatutok ang energy ninyo, lahat ng kailangan gawin sa negosyo, you both are doing it.
Yes. Oo. It's actually been a while. Kung ba tayo nag-stop na?
Well, 5-6 years ago. 6-7 years ago. More. 2015-16.
Okay, matagal na, no? And then, tell us about this photo. Kasi, nung na-cover ko kayo sa TFC, sumasali kayo doon sa mga cake show and then design. Mga iba-ibang klaseng design, and then I was able to cover you in Birmingham. Amazing, grabe naman talaga. Parang kakaibang experience for me kasi doon ako nakakita ng mga giant cakes at saka yung mga disenyo talaga na out of this world. So, paano kayo nagsimula na sumali sa mga ganon? Because I think yung first story nyo sa ABS-CBN was winning. Not even, hindi pa kayo yung nag-grand prize, parang runner-up pa lang, pero ang ganda-ganda ng cake. So, paano kayo nag-ganyo na sumali?
Well, again, lakas lang ng loob talaga. So since we are based here in the UK, the biggest cake show in the world, I wish, Cake International Show, is here. So it's held every November in Birmingham. So yun. Yes, oo. And yung unang panahon talagang so ina-idolize lang namin yun na nakita namin merong something ganyan, we should join. So what we did, we sent an email to them. We offered our service. Sabi namin, we don't really have the capacity to make this amount of cakes or cupcakes to sell and cover the space, but this is what we can do. So we know how to do this in buttercream. Is there any way that we can participate in your show in exchange for something? Ganyan. So, hindi naman namin inaasahan na, someone would reply, but
yeah. So, basically, Cake International opened the doors for us from doing international teaching. And then from the international teaching, we were contacted by a publisher, UK publisher, which is also a big US publisher. And up to date, we publish 4 bestsellers, buttercreams.
Ang galing naman. So, from making cakes, from designing, nag-publish kayo ng 4 na books na, and then
Translated into many languages.
and translated into many languages. I have 2 books. Meron pa ako na kailangan ko pang i-practice yung design. But let me tell you, si Valeri and Christina, meron silang mga classes in this cake show. At yung pag-join dyan sa mga klase na yan, syempre, may bayad ba yan?
For the demos, if we run demos, syempre yun, free lang, ganyan. Pero it's in the participation namin at the cake shows. That's where we usually get invitation to teach abroad, teach in different countries. So it really opened, as Christina said, it really opened a lot of opportunities for us. And that is exactly the reason also why we said we should give this back to our fellow cakers and bakers. We should create a show sa Philippines para ma-experience din nila yung experience namin, and hopefully it would, open doors for them as well. So,
Same as what happened to me.
Exactly. So that's why we founded the Cake Fest in Manila.
So you founded Cake Festival in Manila. When did this happen? This is before the pandemic, correct?
The inauguration was 2019, and it turned out to be really good, better than what we hoped and prayed for.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, congratulations. And
Thank
then,
you.
so what happened? So 2020, nagkaroon ng pandemic, so you weren't able to, of course, continue that. Kailan magbabalik yung cake show sa Philippines?
This year,
yes.
So, double
Congratulations.
the size.
Okay,
Yes. So
and it's gonna be bigger?
Yes, it's
Why is
going to be bigger. So, in 2019, we were just in one hall or one function room. This year, we got 2 function rooms na. So, it's going to be bigger, more exciting. So, from the first year na physical show, we had, and then continue namin on a virtual show in 2020, 2021. Now, finally, physical show na tayo ulit.
Well done. Well, ang malaking tanong siguro ng mga nanonood sa atin, kasi parang alam naman ng marami na very secured yung trabaho bilang healthcare worker dito sa United Kingdom, at makakabuhay ka naman ng pamilya dyan sa sweldo na yan. So, kung nag-iisip sila to start a business, and for example, they want to venture into that business, yung paggagawa nga ng cake, paano ba yung dapat nilang tandaan? Ano yung mga unang dapat nilang matutunan? Kasi kayong dalawa, inspiring, amazing story, kasi natuto kayong gumawa ng cake at mag-design. You got it only from YouTube. Ang swerte ng mga tao ngayon kasi marami na rin classes on YouTube. Plus, may nagbabalik na yung mga face-to-face in-face activities. Pwede na ulit silang mag-join ng mga classes na yan.
So, ako, I would definitely say, like for example, ang experience nga namin, di ba, we are in a foreign country. It's there's a lot of cake decorators way ahead of us, way talented sa amin. Pero ako, I would really tell na you have to be unique. You have to be extraordinary kasi that's where you will shine. So, kung gagayahin mo lang yung design ng iba, hindi ka mapapansin ng tao.
And at the same time, don't give up the day job yet until you're very sure that you can manage.
Practically speaking.
No? Kasi, say for example, during our early days, when this became an obsession kasi, so we're gonna work for 12 hours every day, back to back to back to back. And then pag uwi namin sa bahay, we will get our piping bags, we will get our barbecue practice every single day. So we started to be wise na don't give up our day job yet. We can do it onto the side for now. Habang hindi pa niya sustain our everyday.
So you mastered it talaga, pinag-aralan ninyo, you dedicated your time, you invested on it, and plus the fact that it's really your passion. Kasi hindi naman kayo magkakaroon ng napakagandang outcome if that is not your passion. It takes time, no, para matuto. And then secondly, to to love what you're doing. Kasi nakikita ko sa inyo talaga that you love what you do. And as an example, nandyan yung cake sa likod ninyo. I can't imagine I would be able to do something like that. So,
Thank you.
Valerie and Christina, kahit hindi kayo ganun ka-artistic or magaling sa arts, pwede kayong magkapag-disenyo ng ganyang kagagandang cake?
Absolutely.
And I didn't mean to embarrass Valerie, but
I don't mean that. Ako kami embarrassing.
she cannot draw. She cannot draw. Even her handwriting, minsan hindi ko naiintindihan.
Hi, grabe.
But the moment that she holds a piping bag, a palette knife, ganyan, it turns out to be something beautiful. So, napag-aaralan naman ang art sa totoong buhay.
Yes. So, whenever we teach classes, lagi namin sinasabi yan. Kasi kami, sandi pa kami nag-start. Wala, di ba? Gusto lang namin, as you said, Rose, it's really all about passion. You have to want it. You have to really want it. Otherwise, mahirapan ka lang ng konti. Hindi ka lang magkaroon ng order for weeks, ganyan. Mapapanghinaan ka talaga ng loob. Pero if you really want it and you believe in yourself, kaya. Kung kinaya namin, kaya din ng iba.
Okay, so my question now is, lahat naman tayo na apektuhan ng pandemic, no? Sa inyong dalawa, wala yung mga events, wala yung mga parties kasi lockdown. How did you survive? How did you continue your business?
It was really hard in the beginning kasi whenever our plan kasi is always 2 years ahead. So, pre-pandemic, we had our 2 years ahead of us planned already. Saan kami bansa pupunta, magtuturo, whatnot, ganyan, di ba? And then, COVID happened. But then again, hindi kami planning walang gawin. So, we ventured into online classes. So, we did online classes. We had to adapt to the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, we held a lot of online classes in both Filipino language and English.
Yeah,
so you can cater both.
Yes. And
So
now, after nung online classes, tinuloy-tuloy na namin siya. So, besides the cake show, we now have our online academy or online school wherein we upload weekly contents.
Wow, ang galing naman. So, saan namin mapapanood yan?
It's a subscription basis, pero there are a couple of free videos naman. Especially if you wanted to try first. Kakapain mo muna siya if you really like it, ganyan. So we have free videos also, free contents also.
Okay, and then, you promised us na later ay papakita nyo yung basic on how to decorate a cake. Is that correct?
Yes, something easy, something that we are sure everyone can do.
Okay, so may concept ba dyan sa design na yan para kung may nanonood sa atin na who would like to follow you and maybe make their own decoration or, maybe i-pattern nila yung ginagawa nilang cake now dyan sa decoration ninyo. Kasi I invited my auntie who makes cake talaga. Every year ng birthday ni Julia, siya yung gumagawa ng cake for us.
Wow.
So I said to her to watch this para kung may matutunan pa siya or she might be able to share with us something. Let me
Let's
see.
do something very spring summer look.
Yes, and actually, it's a classic floral style or decoration. And we always say na even if it's floral, you just change the color. Pwede pa rin naman maging pang guys ang floral na design, right? So this is more of a classic style and something easy also.
Okay, so shall we start doing that while I read some of the comments of our viewers online now? Yung mga nanonood sa atin. Tell us about this one. Introduce is this going to be for a cake, for a cupcake?
It's going to be a cake. Yeah, okay. So we have already pre-covered cake. And I only have this extra board lang. So we have our buttercream. I'm going to make sunflower cake and some blossoms also. Pero we're going to try and mix 2 different techniques. So this one is very uso ngayon. So we're going to use a palette knife. So something like this. Okay. Pwede din yung mga typical na palette knife like this. So whatever you have at home is actually okay. Yeah. So I'm just going to put some buttercream here on my board.
Kasi
Yeah.
tawag dito, we don't do any other medium but frosting. So we can do any kind of frosting. So when we say frosting, ito yung mga kinalakihan natin sa Pilipinas na malalambot. So we don't work with fondant or marzipan or realizing, just buttercream.
Yes. Okay, so as I said, diba, I'm going to use a palette knife. So palette knife painting technique is something very impressionistic. So kahit hindi yan maging super mukhang flower, okay lang yan. It's still going to look like a flower. Diba? Okay, so let's go back to the top. Ayan. So I have greens, obviously for the leaves. And this is a normal palette knife, used for palette knife painting actually. So pero very very affordable, okay? So I'm simply going to just get from my base there. Okay, so ayan lang. Okay? So from my palette knife, I loaded my palette knife with buttercream and I'm just going to press it down and pull.
Wow.
O, di ba? Easy.
Yes.
Ayan, meron ka ng leaf.
Wow.
So, ayan. I'm going to just add more leaves. So, for example, yan. And say, for example, I want to just add a guide circle para lang sa ating sunflower. So, for example, ganyan. There.
Yes.
Something quick for your audience to do in the future, hopefully.
Yes. And ano kasi yan, super uso ang palette knife painting ngayon. So I'm happy with my leaves. And same principle lang din ang gagawin ko with the petals. So I'm only showing that I'm changing into a different palette knife only because of the shape. Mas pointy yung isa, di ba? So
yes.
that's the only reason why I'm changing. So, but either way, you can use any. So, ayun lang. Ulit-ulit lang siya ng stroke.
So this is a sunflower cake.
Yes, oo. So I'm just going to add some petals. So even it doesn't always have to be sunflower. So by using the same stroke, you can create any other flowers. Like for example, ano ba yung mga pointy na flowers?
Like chrysanthemums.
Yeah, oo. Or pag Christmas, poinsettias.
Oo. Saka ngayon, mga like now, my flower from the garden, ito, ko to sa garden namin, tulips, di ba?
Yeah, oo, pwede rin.
Gawin. I'm so happy kaya shinare ko to kasi imagine, di na ako bibili ng flowers, no? Got it from my garden, di ba? Pwede ko siyang gayahin sa
si Valeri, she doesn't have that gift of sustaining real flowers and plants. So, yung mga illustrations namin into tendering real flowers and real plants, we just, translate it sa cake na lang.
In short, sinasabi ni Christina, black thumb daw ako.
Brown thumb.
Kasi I think umabot na ako sa black thumb kasi kahit succulents and cactus, medyo hindi nabubuhay sa akin.
Diba, magaling ka naman mag-decorate ng cake. Ayan, sabi ni Crystal, you're making it look so easy to do.
Pero once na you actually try it, hindi naman talaga siya ganun kahirap. Sa totoo lang. So, it's something that, to be honest, anyone can do. And it is really doable. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, we had, diba? Si Olivia, how old is she?
Yeah, a couple of weeks back, mother and daughter came to our studio to learn. They were both from the US. So they book an exclusive class with us. And she was one of our youngest students. 14 years old lang siya. 13, going on 14. Pero, ang ganda-ganda ng gawa niya. She's really so good.
Okay. And then, question, Christina, why do you only use butter? What you said it here, sa chat.
Only buttercream.
Bakit buttercream lang kayo? Yun yung specialization nyo? Yun ang specialty nyo?
That's the only medium that we use. Kasi when we started, especially here in the UK, and then a lot of, great, not just good, great cake decorators are based here in the UK and in Europe especially. So sabi namin, if we really wanted to make a name for ourselves, we need to do something that is not out there yet. So during those years, yung buttercream is not popular here. It's only used for filling. Ganyan. It's all here in the UK. It's either royal icing or marzipan or fondant, diba? So we decided to go for frostings. Especially, I think nakalak na natin sa Pilipinas. Malambot na icing.
Oh, I see. So mayroon pang sentimental reason din. Kasi
talaga mga birthdays natin, dapat Goldilocks, ganyan, yung mga pag hindi nakatingin si mommy or si daddy, gaganunin mo yung icing.
Oh my God, that's so nice. Ang ganda naman.
Cake, diba?
Parang nang ubusin yung cake talaga. Speaking of cake, kasi kahapon nag-birthday yung mami ni Crystal, si Tita Carmen. Belated happy birthday, Tita Carmen. Birthday siya. We celebrated her birthday sa Kent yesterday. She's 70 years
She's
young.
from Kent din pala.
Oo. So, yeah, she's 70 years young. Kaya, nanonood din siya ngayon. Happy birthday, Tita. Ayan, meron na tayong idea on how to make that very special cake. At napakadali lang niya, di ba? What it seems.
Ayan, ganyan lang. So,
akala mo madali lang.
madali lang siya. And we can also add some blossoms here. Something easy lang din. Using a different technique naman para you can see different texture. So this one is palette knife. And I volunteer Christina to do the blossom naman.
Okay.
If we have or maybe that's Christina. Check.
Okay. Do you have time?
We can actually, we will have this segment on immigration, and maybe Christina can start decorating or designing, and you can show it to us later. Pwede ba?
Oh, sige.
After the immigration 101. So show us lang the ingredients, and then yung finished product later.
Sure, sige.
Sure, it's still going to be buttercream, but this one is naman. It's on a piping bag with a piping kit.
Oh, mas mahirap ba yung ganyan?
So this is the same thing that you tried in Birmingham.
Okay.
Remember?
I've tried it already.
Nag-try ka?
Yes, kasi ang nakikita ko kasi pag gumagawa ka ng cake, madami din siyang, you need a lot of things to prepare, right?
Correct, yes.
So, kailangan mo rin ng katandem. So, I'm glad both of you were able to show us this simple design. Parang ang dali niyang gawin. And thank you for sharing your story with us. Alam ba ninyo, 30 minutes na, kalahating oras na pala tayo nagkakwentuhan dito.
Yes.
When the subject is interesting and we're enjoying it, nakakalimutan natin yung oras. But we still have Immigration 101, and Christina will be back later to show to us yung finished product ng design naman niya. Para ma-compare natin kung sino ba talaga mas magaling sa kanila. Pinag-away pa yung mag-best friend eh. Anyway, we'll have you back later. Magbabalik po ang Juaneukonek.
Thank you.
Ako si Rose Eclarinal. Nagbabalik po ang Juaneukonek, and now we will have the segment on Immigration 101.
Hi po. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Juaneukonek, and you are now watching Immigration 101. Today's topic is about care workers. It is back. Thousands of additional care workers can now be recruited to boost the adult social care workforce following temporary changes to the health and care visa to make social care workers, care assistants, and home care workers eligible for a 12-month period starting from the 15th of February 2022. The reason for this is to make it quicker, cheaper, and easier for social care employers to recruit eligible workers to fill vital gaps. The coronavirus pandemic has highlighted a range of staff shortages within the social care sector, placing pressures on the existing workforce despite the incredible and tireless efforts of social care staff. The boost was recommended by the Migration Advisory Committee, or MAC, to make care workers and home carers eligible for the health and care visa and add the occupation to the shortage occupation list, or SOL. Now, we have someone who had taken a journey in the UK. She came as a student and then switched to a work visa to work as a care assistant, and now she's settled in the UK with her family. A few years ago, UK stopped recruiting care assistants, which meant not many Filipinos were able to switch from student to work visa. I would like for you to all to welcome Marilu Romarate Ragas.
Hi. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Miss Crystal. How are you?
I'm good. Happy Sunday po sa inyo, and thank you for giving your Sunday to Juaneukonek. And it's a pleasure to have you on the show. So welcome po.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So I understand po kasi, as you know, many Filipinos who came to the UK. I remember this, in fact, in 2008 when they started the points-based system. And I actually got the information from the Philippine Embassy when they had the representative from the British Embassy that a lot of Filipinos came to the UK to study and with the intention to work after they've done their course. So tell me about yung journey po ninyo. So when did you start? When did you arrive to the UK and how it all began for you?
That was like 2009. I came as a student. So I studied for health and social care for a year. That was 2009 here in Golders Green College. And yeah, after I finished my health and social care, I was so blessed to found this a company, and I did. They sponsored me for the working permit. So I was given 3 years for that. And then when I finished with my 3 years, and then I was as well renewed by them. My permit was renewed. So on my time, that was like you will complete your working permit for 5 years, and then you will be able to apply as indefinite leave to remain. So that whole year of my stay as a student, that wasn't included. So I started when I first got my working permit. That was 2010. So I was one of the blessed student that was given a chance to have that working permit. So from the domiciliary care, and then I went to a care home in Finchley Road, and they also sponsored me the working permit to be able to complete the whole 5 years, and then that's the time for me to apply for my indefinite leave to remain. So that's my journey from my student, and then my working permit. For my domiciliary care, we were given different clients. So we were live in for a week or 2 weeks. So hindi talaga siya yung easy, but for the family, you will do everything, because at the moment, at that time, I was the only one here. My family wasn't with me, so I was living in. So okay lang na mag-live-in kasi wala naman sila at the time. And then when I did my care home experience, that was also 3 years. That was the time that I'm already, actually we are allowed to apply for our family as dependent when we were in our student permit, student visa. But I did not do that because it's really hard. It's really hard to stay in a foreign country without anyone. I don't have family. I have friends who really helped me a lot. They adopted me. It's a journey that you will learn from experience, really. And then
it's not
but
cheap either, is it? You know,
yes,
as a student,
it wasn't.
you were working part-time, is that correct? Well, you
Yeah,
were
yeah.
studying, and that was NVQ level 3.
Level 3, yeah.
And it is on health and social care. A lot of Filipinos were doing that course. You did the same course, is that
Yes,
right?
I did. Yeah, I
So
did.
before you came to the UK, what were you doing? Did you have a different profession, a different job?
Well, I'm a nursing in profession as well back home, and I was a clinical instructor for the caregivers Canada standard. So before coming here, I was a clinical instructor in the Philippines.
Wow. So you had to do a different route. You had to take a different route to be able to qualify for the job here in the UK as a healthcare assistant. Is that right?
It's not really because it's still my profession. I'm a nursing, so it's not really like a different. It's like I really don't know this land, UK. So it's really
So
a
you
phase.
had to
A
come as a
phase.
student just to
Yeah, and a friend
rather
of
than
mine
straight away
asked
as
me if I want to come in UK. I said I don't know UK because I always wanted to go America because of my family. So I said, okay, I'll try. So yeah, it's just straightforward application for the student
but
visa.
12 years, 13 years later, here you are with your family.
I know. Yeah, yeah,
Well,
I
the
know.
job itself, and Marilu, tell us about the job itself. I know it's not easy. It's definitely hard work. So just describe the job itself.
The job itself, when I was living in job in my first job as domiciliary care in domiciliary care, it was not easy because we are only given one. It's a 24-hour job, two of us in one client, and we are given only one off for a week, 1 day off for a
Wow.
week. So we are doing that, like if we don't have anything important to go out or anything, we will just have an overtime. We will just have work, and we just have to work and work. So it's basically it's not 24 hours, because it's every day, night and day for the whole week. So I
Right.
did that for 3 years.
Hmm.
I
But
did
do
that
you
for
love
3
the
years.
job? Do you love what
I
you do?
love the job. It's my passion to care. I love it, and I don't. It's because if you have the passion, if you have the love, any you don't feel it like tiring. You don't feel it like tiring because you love it. You love doing it. If
So you're actually currently at work, aren't you? Are you?
Yes, I'm in my
It's
workplace
your
at the
day off,
moment.
right? It's your day
It's not
off.
a day off. It's not a day off.
So you know what happened in 2020. We had the pandemic.
Yeah.
Obviously, it affected everyone. How did it affect you as what's your position now? What's your job now?
At the moment, I'm in the private caring sector. Before this, I was in the hospital as an assistant practitioner in Royal Free Hospital. And yeah, I was there for 3 years.
So how did the pandemic affect you in terms of your job?
Actually, we are the healthcare sector, as you all know, that it's not really affecting us. We still work. Even if the demand is very high at the moment, at that time when we have the pandemic, even if your health is already at risk, you still have to do, because that's your profession. So is this no off from us at that time? Even that experience of the pandemic, we are shifting in a private caring, so we are not allowed to go out. So I'm away from my family at that time.
And that's your beautiful family we can see.
Thank you. And that's one of my
you
ladies.
You have 2 boys, and that's
I've got 2 boys. Yeah.
your husband. And this is the lady here.
Yeah, that's the current lady that I'm looking after, and that one in the wheelchair was my part-time. I was with her for 8 years now.
I see. And did you have COVID yourself?
Yes, the first lockdown. Yeah, me and my husband. Yeah, we had.
And how was that for you?
It's not really bad. It wasn't really bad. I just lost my taste and my senses, my taste and my smell.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you love the job you're doing, and you obviously, still working for the health sector. Now that the care workers, they're now back, care assistants, you can now apply to the UK. What tips do you have for our future applicants?
Well, the only thing I can say is that just build yourself. When you're still, the excitement, the adrenaline is always there, but you have to build yourself before coming here, and make sure that with all the requirements, you have all the requirements. And specifically, I think they're still asking for the IELTS, but to be honest with you, it's the heart and the mind that needs to be prepared. Because if you are in a foreign country, things may go wrong, influence may go wrong, but at the end of the day, it's you yourself. It's you that you need to make strong to be strong, and you really have to pray hard. And if it's your fate, it's your fate. If it's not, then for me, it's helpful that you have the guidance and you have the support of the family from back home, and it will understand you, because when you are here working, or like, you have to adjust for a few months. You have to adjust. A lot of adjustment to be done in your first in a foreign country, as per my experience.
That's very inspiring, Marilu, and I love that. The fact is that you were here by yourself. You started off as a student. You switched to work as a healthcare assistant, and then worked your way up. At the same time, having a family here as well. It's never easy. A working mom is never easy. I know, but I salute you for doing what you do. And this country actually really needs care workers. It affected the health sector during the pandemic, especially. So thank you so much. So do you have anyone to thank yourself? Any messages you want to put out there for our?
Yeah. I just wanted to say thank you for the people that's been an instrument for my journey here, especially with the Alcantara consultancy. They were the one who helped me with my application for my children, for my family from back home. So they were really the one. Until now, we just had, they just got their indefinite leave to remain just a couple of days ago. They were approved. So I was really thankful for for the Alcantara Consultancy for helping me, have this dream to be united with my family. Thank you very much.
And Jean Alcantara is the founder of Alcantara Consultancy, and it's actually, as you know, he is one of our presenters here at Juaneukonek.
Yes. And thank God for everything, for all the blessings, because without him, I couldn't do everything here on my own.
I totally agree. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you as well.
Enjoy the beautiful sunshine, and please stick around to see that cake, the final.
Yes, I was really loving that. Oh my God.
So
I like
thank
that.
you, Marilu. I'm just going to finish off these talk about care workers. So thank you for joining again.
Thank you very much.
So here we are po, yung mga kababayan thinking of coming to the UK as care workers. It's there, it's now actually on the shortage occupation list. The Home Office has actually invested £465.2 million in supporting recruitment and retention of social care staff through the challenging winter period. So we don't know if it's going to be extended, a 12-month period, but fingers crossed. So can we have the slide, Chad? It's just really to show that the shortage occupations, the care worker and home carers, it's under the code 6145, and the related job titles include care assistant, care worker, carer, home care assistant, home carer, support worker, nursing home. Second slide, Chad, please. But please note that private households or individuals other than sole traders sponsoring someone to work for their business cannot sponsor skilled worker applicants. It means that if you know someone in the UK who wants to sponsor you just in a private home, they cannot do that. They have to be a company. They have to be a business. So thank you, Chad, for that. Now, as I said earlier, the temporary measure is expected to be implemented. Actually, it's implemented now in February 2022 for a minimum of 12 months. Just quickly talk about the details of the temporary measure. The minimum salary is 20,480. It is aligned with salary levels of senior carer workers, and the job level is level 3. Now, the job offer must be in an eligible health or social care job, including care workers, care assistants, and home care workers for an approved employer. It means they have to be a licensed sponsor. The applicant must read, write, speak, and understand English to at least level B1. So that's B1 level. The sponsorship, foreign nationals will need to be sponsored by a licensed employer, as I said, to qualify for the health and care visa. Now, this is the most important thing, is that the cost for the application is £232 per person for up to 3 years, and £464 for more than 3 years. That's really, really cheap compared to other work permits. Now, the immigration health surcharge, it is exempt. Normally, the standard fee is £624, but with this job, you don't have to. Now, since 2021, the departure of the UK from the European Union, this has led to the principle that there will now be a level playing field between new workers entering, whether they are coming from the EU or the rest of the world, such as the US or Asia. So basically, anyone coming from Europe or anywhere else, they've got to apply for a work permit. Okay, so that's it. So if you have any questions about the care worker visa, please contact Juaneukonek to send us a message. And I'm Crystal Dias. I'm an immigration solicitor. So thank you for joining me.
sa Juaneukonek, ako si Jean Alcantara.
I'm Crystal Dias for Juaneukonek.
Nagbabalik po ang Juaneukonek, and this is our last segment before we end the program. Crystal, I have one question for you. This is always the question of our kababayans actually in the Philippines, because I do stories for ABS-CBN News, right? So ang tanong nila palagi is, kung nag-a-apply ka sa Pilipinas, you want to go to the UK as a healthcare worker, ano ba yung mga telltale signs na yung isang recruiter ay illegal recruiter, o yung hindi, kasi ang dami naman ngayon na application na you can easily apply online. So what should they remember so that they don't fall victims into this illegal recruitment?
That is a very good question, Rose. I've been asked many times about that. The main thing that you have to watch out for is that if anyone asks you for money, for thousands and thousands of pounds, that means that's a scam. You've got to be careful, because the employee is not supposed to be paying the recruiter. It's the employer who's paying the recruiter. So just watch out. I know there's a lot of like on social media, on Facebook, a lot of them looking for migrants, coming from abroad, to inviting them to come here. We've got the job for you. We're gonna have the visa for you ready, but please pay us this and that. And I've heard that they've asked 5,000, 6,000 pounds. That ballpark figure. Please do not send the money. Make a point that you can check it with there's a list, a register of recruitment agencies in the Philippines. You can check if they have a license, and also check with the Philippine embassy.
Yes.
If they're actually legitimate, because the embassy would know who has the red flag. Don't go there. They will give you advice for sure.
Exactly.
So,
And
but do not let go of your money, because that's your hard-earned money.
Exactly. And all the information on how to contact the Philippine Embassy, it's in the website. So you can drop an email. Madali lang po. Write an email, send it to the Philippine Embassy. Check with, even in the Philippines, in Polo Owa, you can also do that. But thank you for the advice. I hope we were able to get and enlighten some of our kababayans who are watching us this afternoon. So magbabalik na ang ating guest kanina, Christina and Valeri, to show us yung kanyang second decoration for the cake. Wow!
Yeah. We just find a couple of blossoms. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how amazing is that?
On the top lang kasi baka hoodie tayo. Ginawa namin pati side. Yes.
Oh yes. Well, anyway, so labor of love yan. Kasi matagal tayong hindi nagkita. Hindi tayo nagkasama. Kaya alam ko gusto nyo ipakita yung talagang the best of your maganda at pinakamabilis. Thank you, Valeri and Christina.
Wait, just to say,
Crystal.
Valeri is the one with the long hair, right? Just to make sure, we need to know which one is which. It's like Ant and Dec. Which one is Valeri and which one is Christina? So Valeri is the one with the long hair, right?
Yes, Valeri is with the long hair. Pareho silang maganda, and Christina with the short one.
Yes.
Tell us nga naman, paano ba kayo, your best friends, magkasama kayo sa negosyo, magkasama kayo sa passion ninyo, lahat-lahat ng ginagawa ninyo sa buhay, paano kayo daw nagkakilala?
We've been friends from back home in the Philippines,
Yeah.
so we came here together.
And introduced by a common friend, and we just instantly clicked talaga. So after nun, lagi na kami magkasama together with that common friend who introduced us. So trio kami lagi. We go everywhere and anywhere. Kahit na anong oras.
And so tell us about this Tell us about this event in the Philippines. Kasi na-surprise ako when you told me na you were able to do that. And ngayon mas malaki na. So yung mga nanonood sa atin sa Pilipinas na gustong who want to attend that event, yung Cake Fiesta Filipinas na? Manila?
Yes,
Tell us about it. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, so it's basically the first ever international cake and bake expo in the Philippines. So it's literally like what you saw in Birmingham, and we brought that theme in the Philippines.
It's going to be on November 24 to 26, SMX Function Rooms 3 and 4.
Yeah, so they can expect lots of international cake artists, different collaborations, displays, local and international vendors. Ayan.
Okay, merong tanong dito ang aking kaibigan, Tita Nelly Fami is asking, paano daw po mag-order ng mga cake sa inyo? If they're based in London, saan nila pwedeng ipadala? Saan kayo pwedeng i-email, i-message?
Our website is www.queenofheartscouturecakes.com. So same din po ang aming Facebook page. It's called the same. And you can always look us up. And we send us a private message and promise that either of us will get back to you as soon as we can.
Yes. Kaya lang po, actually we're really more on teaching. We actually don't do cakes for orders. Oo. It's been a long time since we did the cake for orders. It's really, talagang online teaching or physical teaching talaga kami. So that's what we offer.
Oo. Pero you promised me, di ba, na pag nag-order ako, you will do it. Basta bigyan mo.
May extension.
Lang kayo utang to from way back, right?
Yes.
So we still do orders every now and then if necessary or special occasion.
Yeah.
So those are si Crystal. Go away na.
Okay. And from Virgilio Quizon na nanonood mula sa Pilipinas, yan daw ba ang cake na yan ba ang lasang langit ng cake from London there?
Yes.
Okay, may pagbati rin tayo sa mga nanonood kanina na nandito si Lito Fami, nanonood din po siya, at saka si Erlinda Monteliva, no? Ang mami ni Jay, nanonood din sa atin. Thank you for watching kita. And my friend, a family friend namin, si Miss Ella Marcos, also watching. So batiin nyo na po bago tayo mag-close ng ating program. Ang mga gusto nyo batiin. Go ahead, Crystal.
Can say Kyla, she's here with us, and also my mom is here. Happy birthday, mom! And she's close with Tita Nelly. And we also have Kyla Ignacio Zapala from Canada.
Wow.
So saying hello to Neddy family po. So thank you very much for watching. We have Stephanie family also watching from Pangasinan.
And
So
also
busy
Mayora Maribel Pascua Favor nanonood sa atin. Ay nasa
hello, Mrs.
dito si Miss Maribel Favor. Thank you for watching.
And we have Anna Luigi from Ilaw Limited. And I think, Eclarinal, that sounds familiar.
Maria Sonia Viquiron Eclarinal is watching. Gusto niya ring matutong maggumawa ng cake.
It's never too late. Talagang you can start anytime. You just really want it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, definitely. So I have to pick up on that. Maybe I can invite my daughter now because she's keen on learning new things, especially, cooking, baking. So, konting tiyaga lang. Anyway, maraming salamat sa inyong dalawa. I hope to see you soon in person. We will do one of these activities that we used to do together. Pahapon lang, nanonood din sa atin si Mary Rose Ojeda Ruby. Nag-guest po siya sa Juaneukonek during the lockdown. Thank you, Mary Rose, My Rose, for watching. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Crystal.
Valerie.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Abangan po ninyo sa susunod na linggo, mga susunod na linggo, mapapanood po ninyo One Home with yours truly, and of course, One Day with Chiara Gregorio. Ito po ang Kwentong Pinoy, Kwentong Migrante, Kwentong Juaneukonek. Ako po si Rose Eclarinal.
And I'm Crystal Diaz.
Hanggang sa muli
Muli,
sa Juaneukonek.
Connect.
Salamat. Hi Jay, hi Chad, thank you. Hi Jean.
Juan, saan ka man dalhin ang kapalaran? Iisang bayan lang sa puso mo'y laman. Pinagmulan at babalikan. Konting tiis na lang at hanggang sa araw na yan ay asa.
Ako po si Chiara Gregorio.